Welcome back to GameVault HQ. Today, we're diving into a game that's been shrouded in mystery, much like the cases it asks you to solve. I'm talking about Emio, the Smiling Man Famicom Detective Club, the latest entry in the long-dormant Famicom Detective Club series. This game marks the first new installment in nearly 3 decades, and trust me, it was worth the wait. So, is this chilling detective tale one you should add to your collection? Or is it a case better left cold? Let's find out. Emio, the Smiling Man wastes no time pulling you into its dark, twisted world. From the moment you start, you're thrust into a deeply unsettling murder mystery that doesn't shy away from mature themes like mental health struggles and abuse. The story revolves around a series of bizarre deaths, with the victims found with a creepy, smiling face drawn on paper bags covering their heads. The imagery is haunting and sets the tone for the entire game. One of the game's standout features is its writing. The narrative is tightly woven with twists that genuinely surprise. It's not just about solving the mystery but understanding the tragedy that lies beneath it. This isn't your average whodunit. It's a complex story that stays with you long after the credits roll. Now let's talk gameplay. While Emio, the Smiling Man is predominantly a visual novel, it's more interactive than some might expect. You'll spend a lot of time engaging in dialogue, choosing the right topics, and investigating crime scenes. But don't go in expecting a free-roaming detective adventure. This game keeps you on a relatively linear path. However, what it lacks in complexity, it makes up for in atmosphere and storytelling. The game does incorporate a few point-and-click elements, where you examine surroundings or interact with characters to gather clues. This isn't a tough game by any means. Even if you select the wrong dialogue option, you'll eventually get back on track with little penalty. It's all about the story, after all, and the game ensures you stay focused on that. One aspect that might surprise players is the review system at the end of each chapter. Here, you'll go over the day's findings with your partner, Ayumi, in a short quiz format. While the game is forgiving if you get an answer wrong, this feature adds a nice touch, ensuring you're paying attention to the clues. Visually, Emio, the Smiling Man, is stunning. It uses the same art style as the 2021 remakes of the original games, featuring beautifully animated 2D sprites that bring the characters to life. The expressions, the backgrounds, and the small details all work together to create a deeply immersive experience. The voice acting, exclusively in Japanese, adds another layer of authenticity. It's clear that a lot of care went into making sure every line delivered resonates with the weight of the story. Despite the dark themes, the game knows when to inject some humor, making sure you don't feel completely overwhelmed by the gloom. This balance is crucial, helping to build a connection between you and the characters while also keeping the story engaging. No game is without its flaws, and Emio, the Smiling Man, is no exception. For some, the lack of challenge might be a turnoff. The game doesn't really penalize you for mistakes, which can make the detective work feel a bit too easy. Additionally, the pacing can sometimes drag, especially when you're cycling through dialogue options or commands to progress the story. It's not a deal breaker, but it's worth mentioning. Also, while the story is compelling, it is very much a slow burn. If you're the type of player who enjoys fast-paced action, this game might test your patience. However, for those who love to get lost in a narrative, these moments of reflection are more of a feature than a bug. So, is Emio, the Smiling Man Famicom Detective Club, a game worth playing? Absolutely. It's a beautifully crafted visual novel that delivers a haunting, memorable story. While it might not be for everyone, especially those looking for a more interactive experience, it's a must-play for fans of mystery and narrative-driven games. The atmosphere, the writing, and the emotional depth all come together to create something special. In the end, we at GameVault HQ are giving Emio, the Smiling Man, a solid 8 out of 10. It's not perfect, but its strengths far outweigh its weaknesses. If you're in the mood for a game that will keep you thinking long after you've finished, this one's for you. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this review, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Happy gaming!